Hello friends, hello everyone. So already we have completed lecture 1 of mathematical logic, that is paper 1 unit 1 of BSc third semester mathematics. So we have seen what is meant by logic and basic definitions, that is statement, truthness of the statement, not a statement examples, logical connectives. In that first one, conjunction, and we have seen examples for conjunction and the truth value of p conjunction q, and we have seen what is disjunction, that is or, and examples of disjunction and truth table for disjunction. Okay. So now we shall see the third logical connective, that is negation. Third logical connective, that is negation. Already we have seen conjunction and disjunction. In this class we are going to see what is a negation. Okay. So that is third logical connective. Okay. So that is negation. So we usually, negation comes usually in day-to-day talk. Suppose he is coming, if it is a statement, he is not coming, is its negation. So whenever you can use a word not in the statement, or it is false that he is not coming, he is coming. So if you begin statement like it is false that, then it is a negation. Okay, very simple one. So which we come across in the daily talk. So we shall define negation now. So for that, let us consider, let P be a statement, P be any statement, P be any statement. So we can always form another statement. We can always form another statement. Okay, we can always form another statement called negation of P. So that we are going to call it as negation of P. So how the negation of P will be there? So by writing it is false that, it is false that before P. Okay. So this is one way, or if possible, by introducing in P the word not. So I am going to use the word not in the statement P, then I am going to get a negation of this. Okay. So symbolically, negation of P is denoted by, negation of P is denoted by like this, negation P. Okay. Yeah. So this is very simple. Whenever we have a statement, if you are going to use it is false that, before the start of the statement, or if you can use not in the statement P, then we say that that is a negation of the statement. So, we shall see few examples. So, that first one, so let first one, first statement be let P is equal to, the sun is shining. Let P be the statement, the sun is shining. Okay. So, I want to negate this statement. I can negate this statement in two ways. One way I can say that it is false that sun is shining. Okay. So, negation of P, in one way I can say that it is false that the sun is shining. Another way I can use not, the sun is not shining. The sun is not shining. So, we more commonly this form of negation is used, because right. So, more commonly we use not in the statement to negate a statement. Sometimes where not cannot be used, so we say that it is false that the statement P. Okay. Then we continue the statement P. Okay. So, this is a statement P. So, it is false that P gives you negation. Okay. Yeah. So, let us see one more example. So, example 2. So, let Q be a statement, Delhi is capital of India. Delhi is capital of India. So, what about its negation? Negation Q. So, Delhi is not capital of India, or you can say it is false that Delhi is capital of India. Okay. So, let us see one more example. The statement R, that is says 3 plus 1 equal to 5. So, mathematically we know that 3 plus 1 is not equal to 5. Okay. But the statement means it will be having either true or false. So, it is false, therefore, it is a statement. So, no worries about that, just go for negation. So, how to negate this? 3 plus 1 not equal to 5, not equal to 5. Yeah. So, now whenever we have a statement P is true and its negation P is false. If P is false, then negation is true. So, vice versa. So, for that we are going to have a truth table of negation. So, if a statement P is true, then its negation P is false. Okay. And vice versa, that is, if negation P is vice versa means not negation P, if P is false. Here we have taken in the above P is true. Okay. If P is false, then so negation P is true. Okay. So, we have the truth table as follows. truth table as follows. So, here we have p value and negation p, not q. Okay. Yeah. If p is true, then according to above statement, negation of p is false. Okay. If p is false, then negation of p is true. So, that is, these are the truth values of negation of p. Truth values of negation of p. Okay. So, that is, when p is true, negation is false, when p is false, negation is true, okay, and vice versa. So, this is about the negation. So, now we shall see one more logical connective, that is conditional or implication. Fourth logical connective, that is conditional or implication. So, in the mathematics we come across statements like p implies q. Okay. That means, if p is true, then q is true. So, like that. So, that is called conditional. So, let us define that first. So, let p and q be two statements, we usually come across statements of the form. We usually come across statements of the form. If p, then q. So, that means, if p is today is Saturday, then tomorrow is Sunday. Okay. If today is Saturday, then tomorrow is Sunday. So, statement p is today is Saturday, statement q is tomorrow is Sunday. So, then if two statements are connected by the logical connective, then then we say that it is conditional. So, such a statement is called a conditional statement. It's called a conditional statement. Yeah. So, is denoted by and is denoted by P implies Q. Okay. So, the statement P implies Q can be read in the following ways. The statement P implies Q can be read in the following ways. Okay. Yeah. So, first one, P implies Q. It is normally as we use. The second one, P only if Q, that is P is true only if Q is true. Third, we can say that P is a sufficient condition for Q. P is a sufficient condition for Q. Or we can also say that Q is a necessary condition for P. Okay. So, carefully observe 3 and 4. So, they are inverse to each other if P is sufficient condition for Q. Okay. That is, Q is necessary condition for P. So, that is, if you want P to be true, if you want P to be true, if you want P to be true, so then what is a sufficient condition? Q must be true. That is, if P is true, then P implies Q is true. Okay. So, that we see when we come to the truth table of a conditional, that is implication. So, now see examples. We shall have few examples. So, how this conditional is worked. So, example. So, let us see be the statement, two triangles are congruent, two triangles are congruent. Okay. Then D be a statement, two triangles are similar. D be a statement, two triangles are similar. So, now we want the implication C implies D. Okay. Then can you guess what will be the statement? So, use before C use if, then the statement C, if statement C is what? Two triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, two triangles are congruent, okay, then they are similar. Then they are similar. Okay. See how if then is used. So, if then is nothing but a logical connective conditional. So, this is a statement P. If P, then this is a statement Q. Okay. So, are you understanding? If P, then Q means what? If P, two triangles are congruent, then the Q statement, they are similar. Okay. I use they are, instead of that you can write two triangles are similar also, no problem. So, this is how implication works. So, this is one way, or we can have another way. Two triangles are congruent. So, this implies that they are similar. So, this is another way of implication. That is, if we know that all congruent triangles are similar. Okay. So, therefore, if two triangles are congruent implies that they are similar. So, this is one way. Another way we have two triangles are congruent, two triangles are congruent if they are similar. If they are similar. Okay. Or the necessary condition for two triangles to be congruent is that they are similar. The necessary condition that the necessary condition for two triangles to be what? To be congruent is that they are similar. Okay. So, that means what are all the four ways of describing implication. So, we have seen in this example, this is first way, if that is C implies D, if two triangles, if P then Q, okay. Two triangles are congruent, then they are similar, or two triangles are congruent implies that they are similar, or two triangles are congruent if they are similar, or the necessary condition for two triangles to be congruent is that they are similar. Okay. So, these are these examples for implication. So, now let us see for a truth value of implication. It is truth table of implication. The truth table of condition statement P implies Q is as given below. So, let us see P and Q. P implies Q. Okay. Yeah. So, now let us assume P is true, Q is true. Okay. As we have seen in the above example, if two triangles are congruent, that is P statement, and Q statement is they are similar, okay, then P implies true, that is if two triangles are congruent, then they are similar, yes, obviously it is correct. So, therefore, P implies Q will be correct, true, that is true. Yeah. Suppose P implies P is true and this is false. Then what about the total statement P implication Q? That will be false. Suppose in the above statement, let us take if P, if two triangles are congruent, then take the D as, okay, they are not similar. Then P implies Q will be if two triangles are congruent, then they are not similar. So, that is false, okay, logically it is false. Yeah. So, now when P is false and Q is true. So, we will be having the truth value as true. When both are false, even the statement is true. Okay. Yeah. So, we observe here that P implies Q is false, that is truth values of P implies Q, truth values of P implies Q. Okay, these are the truth values of P implies Q. So, it is false only when Q is false. P is true and Q is false in this case. So, P implies Q is false only when P is true and Q is false. So, in all other cases it is true. So, you have to remember the truth table, all the truth tables. So, there are many other conditional statements which may appear. So, we shall see what are the some other conditional statements. Some other conditional statements. Yeah. So, Given any statement P implies Q, then there are three other related statements. Given any statement P implies Q, then three other statements, related statements. Okay. So, that are related to P implies Q are as follows. So, in that first one, so let us take a statement as first one. Okay, first one, a statement. So, what is the statement we have? P implies Q. This is a given statement. That is, if P, then Q. If P, then Q. So, then its converse. Its converse. So, what is the converse of that? Q implies P. Okay, that is, if Q, then P. So, converse of the statement. Okay. So, this is the first one, and the second one, inverse. So, inverse is if negation of P implies negation of Q. Okay. That is, if not P, then not Q. So, do not confuse between converse and inverse. Converse is just P implies Q, you have to reverse it, Q implies P. Okay. Inverse is you have to take negation. Negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, if not P, then Q also not. Okay. So, third one, that is contrapositive. Third one is contrapositive. So, that is applying inverse to the converse. That is, negation of Q implies negation of P. That is, if not Q, then not P. Okay. So, do not confuse between converse, inverse and contrapositive. Converse is just P implies Q, then you have to turn it reverse, it will become Q implies P. Reverse, okay, reverse it, then it becomes converse. So, inverse is what? Taking negation to P implies negation of to Q. That is, if not P, then not Q. Contrapositive what? Apply inverse to the converse. That is, negation of Q implies negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay. So, in order to understand it more clearly, we shall see have an example. So, I am going to give an example. So, example. So, our statement is, so let us have a statement. If two triangles are congruent, two triangles which I have discussed above are congruent, then they are similar. So, here we have if then, okay, then if P then Q. So, this is P and this is Q. Okay. So, now let us see what is converse of this. So, converse means what we have? Q implies P. So, that we have to reverse. If two triangles are similar, then they are congruent. So, first put Q, okay, first put Q, that is, if two triangles are similar, then they are congruent. Okay. So, this is Q and this is P. If P, then Q, it is converse. Okay. So, Q implies P, converse. So, what about the inverse of the statement? So, negation of P implies negation of Q, that is, if two triangles are not congruent, then they are not similar. So, that is negation of P implies negation of Q, it is inverse. So, now what is contrapositive? Contrapositive, negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay. So, if two triangles are not similar, because first we have to put a Q here, similar, then they are not congruent. So, that is negation of Q implies negation of P. Yeah. So, we have given one example. So, for which converse, inverse and contrapositive all we have obtained. Okay. The statement and converse, okay, that can be compared, because statement is P implies Q, then the converse is Q implies P, and inverse and contrapositive can be compared, because negation of P implies negation of Q, and the contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay. Yeah. So, now let us see the truth table of truth values of all these converse, inverse and contrapositive. Okay. So, we have a truth table of conditional statement, truth table of conditional statement. Okay. What we have first, P and Q, P implies Q, that is a statement, and its converse, that is Q implies P, its inverse, negation of P implies negation of Q, its contrapositive, that is negation of Q implies negation of P, right? Yeah. So, now if P is true, so we already know this P implies Q table. So, this is true and this is true and this is also true. So, P implies Q is false only when P is true and Q is false. Rest of all, in rest of all condition, the P implies Q is true. Okay. Yeah. So, what about Q implies P? That is, if Q is true, then P. Okay. So, that is also true. So, compare these two. Okay. Not these two, P and Q. Q is false and P is true. So, there also it is true, because Q implies Q implies P is true in all other cases only when Q is false and P is true. Okay. So, that is if Q is true and P is false. So, now it is false. So, when both are false, it is true. Okay. So, if you want, you can have a negation of P and negation of Q table also, that is, if P is true, then negation of Q is false. If negation of P is false, then negation of Q is okay, like that. You can have negation of p and negation of q table also, but I am skipping here. So, now negation of p. What is negation of p? P is true, then negation of p is false. So, false implies negation of q, that is true. False, false implies false is true, okay, and negation of false is true, true implies false, that is false. Okay, sorry, negation of false is true, true, and negation of false is true, and negation of true is false. So, therefore, this will have the value true, okay, and check here false and true. So, you have to check here. So, this I am going to write as just I am going to write, please check whether this is true or false. Okay. So, now observe that q implies p and negation of q implies negation of p, that is this converse and contrapositive, and implication and inverse. Okay. These two tables, no. So, sorry. So, just see which columns are same. I want columns, which columns are same. So, TF, these two, okay, that is implication and contrapositive, and these two. So, they are equivalent, because P implies Q have the same truth values as contrapositive, and the converse has the same truth values as that of inverse. Okay. So, the statements or the operations having same equal values are said to be equivalent statements, that we are going to see in the next class. Okay. So, in this class, so let us conclude with this truth table, that is truth table of including all the logical connective, that is conditional, all types of conditional, the statement P implication. So, this is implication and this is converse, inverse and contrapositive. Okay. Yeah. So, please try to remember the truth table, or if you have the logic how the implication work. Implication is false only when P is true and the Q is false. Based on that idea, you can have all other these implications. Okay. So, we shall stop here and we shall continue in the next class. Thank you.